Hello and welcome, I'm CJSowry from the Squiggly Gamers, and today I want to talk about the Battlefield 4 Night Operations map. It's been out a few weeks already, but I've only just got around to finishing Metal Gear Solid 5, so I finally got around to downloading the map, and it looks good. As you can see, it's very dark, and it's nice to see an actual dark map where you can't see where you're going. Some of us old enough to remember Call of Duty 4 will remember we had the night vision goggles. It was a great feature used during the single player, added a lot of atmosphere to the story, but for the online mode it was pretty useless really. I think there was one map, Wet Work, set on the cargo container boat where it was useful in a few areas, but otherwise pointless. No point of it being there at all. It was actually phased out as the series continued, never to be seen again. When I started playing Battlefield 3, I noticed all the night vision infrared scopes and there's all the light detachments, and all the maps were set during the day. What was the point? I mean, obviously you can see through all the smoke grenades, which is obviously one tactic that people use, but just to limit it to that one single tactic seems a bit pointless. The lights on the guns, they were massively bright, overly powerfully bright, as we all remember, like a second sun. But why? Why use it? Eventually we did get the Armed Kill DLC, which included one night map, but again, you could still see where you were going. You could quite happily spot people in the distance. You could even see them in the distance. It wasn't a problem. So you just use your normal scopes. Battlefield 4, when that was released, again the same, all set during the day. But finally, we have, as you can see, this version of Zavod 3.1 is very dark. So dark, in fact, you need a night vision scope or a light to see a few meters in front of you. Some indoor sections, like the tunnel between the two centre flags, you can shoot at all the lights, and it just goes pitch black. It's like you're playing a horror game, to be honest, and people jump out of you, shooting you, you do cack your pants a little bit. But this completely changed the feel and how you play this game. Before, I was quite happy with my PDWs running around, gunning and running. Now you've got to take things slower. People use the dark to their advantage, hiding in the corners. I do it as well. It's a great tactic. You get the jump on people. They had no idea you're there. Not only does the map play differently, but they've done a fantastic job with how the map looks. Every light source has an influence on the environment. Explosives light up everything for that split second, and reacts with everything in the environment as you would expect. Tanks constantly lit up by Christmas trees. Again, a massive light source, but again, do you want to be standing next to a tank lit up in the dark like it is? No. So it adds an extra layer of gameplay and tactics that wasn't there before. Do you run around with a night vision scope in the fear of people are going to use flares and blind you, so you can't use it at all? You use a flashlight so you can see where you're going in the dark. But the downside is people are going to see you running a mile off. So it adds and mixes things up that you wouldn't expect, and it's great to see. The mist does look a bit like they're trying to hide the rendering and make it run smoother by hiding stuff in the mist, but I don't think it is. It adds that extra layer of being night really. If you're not far from water or something, you will get a light mist like that, and the advantage is it stops everybody going sniper, sitting in the dark, plastering people away as they go past. So it makes you get up and closer to the enemies, and so it just adds that extra balance to make sure people aren't just using the one tactic. Unfortunately, the one real problem that is consistent with DICE games, or the Battlefield franchise especially, is the red triangles over people's heads, the spot function. Spam spot, and you can find people hiding in the dark. Unfortunately, to remove that, you're going to remove what makes Battlefield what it is. Looking for the night vision scopes, I'm not convinced tanks, and especially quad bikes, should light up as brightly as they are. You shouldn't have the whole silhouette lit up like that. It should just be centered around where the engine is and things. But again, it's how they've always worked, so to mess it up now, you're going to upset people. But these two things aside, it's a great addition to the game. Battlefield 4, it's 2 years old now. It's had a very troubled start with netcodes and all the mess ups they've had. But over the 2 years, they've sorted the game out. You know, it plays a hell of a lot better than what it did at launch. It's a lot more smoother. It's just fantastic. I would like to say it's as good as Battlefield 3 in terms of that, but I don't think it is. There are still niggles here and there which I don't think they can fix. Otherwise, it's well worth it. If you haven't played Battlefield 4 in a while and you've still got it, boot it up, download the patches, download the map. It's well worth it. There are more on the way. There's the new jungle community map that has just been released. I'm doing a video on that soon, and I believe there is another nighttime map due out as well very soon. So yeah, download it, play it. It's fantastic. It's great to see the devs and people giving back to us, the players. You know, far too long, especially now. It's all take DLC, season passes. It's ridiculous. So it's nice to see a game developer giving it back to the players. So download them, use them, try them out. It's fantastic. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.